Hey there guys, this is Dishy here, and here we've got a video, an educational type of video which I want to share with you guys. It's actually, I'll be teaching you how to be a better jet pilot, a useful jet pilot in Rush, and not just be a tourist. So the first thing that I need you to do is, when you take off, go after the biggest threat that you can think of, to you, not your team. The first thing is, take the biggest threat to you actually, and that would be the jet in this case, and thus I went behind him. Killing them would actually help me do my job better and keep the armor on the ground off the friendly guys actually. So yeah, next thing is, go against the armor, because that is exactly the thing that are holding your team back. Like in my case right now, the armor is kind of fucking everyone up, and as you can see, I got logged on and I run with an extinguisher, radar and rocket pods, and I used my extinguisher. I went away from the battlefield. I didn't go back right in because I wasn't healed up completely, so I would go back when I'm completely 100%. And why did I do so? Because if you go back on 35% after extinguishing your fire out, what if you get logged on again and get hit by another Igla? You'll be dead straight away. So you've got to use your brains a little. Now see, the moment I spot the jet on my radar, I go right behind him, but unfortunately he was a jackass. Now another thing that I want to talk about with you guys is how powerful this jet is. Now most of you guys would actually use your rocket pods or your guided shell to take out the armor on the ground, but in Rush you can just use your cannon. You've already seen twice, I guess, twice or thrice, I've taken out the tanks with just my cannon. A full 2-second burst, 2.5-second burst on the tank, and there goes the tank. Just watch. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. One whole burst, an accurate one, and the tank's gone. That that sure does give you a lot of points, but it gives your team a lot of breathing space. Now, if you're a jet pilot, you need to be the best that you can for your team, because you are at the top of the food chain here. If you can do your job well, the chopper will be able to fly in a better manner and take the infantry guys down. And it's not necessary for you to take the infantry down, it's only if you can, and I can, and so I actually go and take them out. It's all just a matter of time. It comes with experience, it comes with practice, and I'm going to be teaching you how to dogfight, don't worry. I'll be making a completely separate video for that. Actually, not just one video, I'll be making a series of videos. But right now this is actually just giving you pointers on flying jets in a better manner in Rush. Now this is again a dogfight. It goes pretty long. I'm just trying to take out as fast as possible so that I can get back to taking the armor on the ground off. Now see, I got logged and I had to bail out on this guy, but luckily he bailed out. So yeah, I don't think my team has got any threat against, by a jet anymore. I'm so sorry. So yeah, healing back up and then going back into the battlefield. Another thing that I want to talk to you guys about is, do not be greedy. Don't be too greedy. I'll just show you why. Just keep watching and you'll know why not to be so greedy. Because of this. I didn't see the pole, and The next thing I know, I was dead. Well, I just killed a guy named Conflicts, and he kind of gets really annoyed with me, you know, a couple of moments later in the match. And now, as you can see, I just putted a couple of explosives around the charge, and it's best to take out explosives with your cannon. Now see, I spotted this jet on the radar going right for the chopper, and we can't afford that. You cannot afford for the chopper to be dead. I mean, the chopper got hit, but he's still surviving, and that's a good news. Well, I guess he is. I'm not sure. Well, whatever. But my point is, save the biggest asset to your team. And the biggest asset to your team is not you. It is the chopper on the attacking side. And also keep mashing the back button, because you just saw what happens, right? Like a whole Christmas party. So it kind of helps your team and you both. I mean, it helps you see the guys clearly and kill them. And if you miss them, the friendly guys are there. I mean, they can handle it, I guess. Anyways, now talking about talking about saving the biggest asset, that is your chopper in a rush gameplay on attacker side. Why is the chopper the biggest asset and not you? You're not the biggest asset. I'm so sorry for the mumble up. You're not the biggest asset because you can't stay still at a place and kill thousands of people. What you can do is you can make, you know, tons of passes and tons of strafe runs and take the guys out. Yes, that does help. That does help a lot if you're actually doing it the way I'm doing in the video. But you know, a chopper can actually do it in a much more efficient manner. It can just stay still, hover at one place, and take the enemy units out. Now that is exactly why I'm actually putting emphasis on saving your chopper. Don't let the jets kill your chopper, because now see, here's this guy. He's actually doing a pretty good job going under the radar and then coming for me. Unfortunately, I couldn't actually, you know, stay with him in a dogfight, and the chopper had to go down because I was getting locked by Enigla and had to go out. Now he tries to come back behind me and he crashes into the mountain. I don't really know what that was, but whatever. Anyways, I'm so sorry. Getting back in the battlefield, I get hit by Enigla again, use my extinguisher, go out, but this guy, he's just pretty determined to take me down, and he finally starts using his brain and he fires 2 Igla, and that was surely gonna take me down. One Igla would hit me, I would use the extinguisher, I would go to 35% health, another one would hit me, I would be dead. That's exactly the way you take a jet out in rush who's using an extinguisher. And well, another example of why should you actually save your chopper, your team's chopper. Though that chopper is pretty useless, he's not doing anything, but at least I did my part of the job, and I'm being a team player. And this is me firing and firing and opening random holes in the wall just so that my team has got multiple entry points. And why do they need multiple entry points? Because if they would just have 2 or 3 gates to go in from, the enemy team would already be set up and they would be watching those gates, so they would practically know where they're coming from. And if you just make multiple holes in the walls, it's just gonna help your team survive more, or having more chances of survival. But you know, after all, it depends on your team as to how good they are at infantry. Now see, I spot a jet on my radar get in a dogfight, this is one thing I want you guys to learn. Never take your eye off the radar. I mean, I'm not asking you to keep staring at that constantly, but don't take your eye off the radar. Keep your attention towards the radar, because if you don't spot enemy jets or choppers, you are dead. You'll be dead before you know it, actually. Now, you know, that was just Igla from the guy I actually killed. And then, you know, using my extinguisher, getting my health back up. And another example for why not to get greedy. You just crash. Now, this guy who I'm dogfighting against at the moment is actually my friend, more like my brother. His gamer tag is Killing Trigger, and he's as good a jet pilot as I am. And you can see that none of us are able to get on, you know, the other one's 6 and take a shot. So all that we do is keep circling. Now, the good thing here is the friendly chopper took off in time, and he started locking onto him, and he distracted him. You'll just see in a couple of seconds. Now see, the chopper is here, and the chopper starts locking onto this guy. He has to then use his ECM, and there you go. He used his ECM, and he goes towards the chopper, you know, because when you go towards the chopper, it's hard for the chopper to lock at you. Now, in the process of doing that, he got distracted, and I got a chance of killing him. So, you know, that's how team play gives you a better chance of winning. Now, I know it's kind of unfair. It's 325, I guess 350 tickets, I'm not sure. On the attacking side, it's kind of really unfair. The stupid admins, what can we do now? You just have to play the game. Now see, going for the biggest threat to you. That is exactly what Killing Trigger does at the moment. Anyways, this was it for the episode. I hope you guys liked it. Now here's a shout out from me for Explosive Gaming. He's been a pretty big help to me all this while for my YouTube thing. So please go subscribe him, rate him, and comment him.